大家好，我是村长。我们在今天做一个中翻英的通传练习啊，直接开始了啊。这个中文呢，大家都应该没有什么问题了，都能听懂。
我是Min陈玉敏。
Hey, I'm Min 陈玉敏。
我是更快乐实验所的创办人。
I'm the founder of a Happier Lab.
更快乐实验所。
I founded this Happier Lab. The purpose is to promote learning happiness. Many people heard about this. They totally agree. They said we have so many unhappiness. So we need this lab. But when I invited them to take classes or receive services from our coaches, most people's reaction is, oh, I have no unhappiness. I don't need that. So that really got me confused. Like, no unhappiness equals to happy? Besides, there's no unhappiness. Do we have another status? So, please follow my speech and imagine. Imagine the most comfortable, most enjoyable, the happiest you. What does that look like? And imagine you're totally involved in something. What's that? Imagine you're the one with all beings that trust and that connection, and you're passionate about life. What are you doing? And you know your direction. You're running toward your goal. I believe some of you will have some images, but many people never thought about that. I want to tell you a story about Gary, how he found his status. I know him because of his supervisor. His supervisor asked me to be Gary's coach. Gary worked in a foreign investment bank. His performance is good, but he's a workaholic. His supervisor worried about him. So Gary said, I reduced my working time. What should I do? Actually, workaholic is not bad because in the work, he got a lot of achievements and joy. So how can I help him to manage his life? I asked 5 questions to help him to think it over. What makes you feel good? What are your strengths? Who matters to you? What inspires you? What do you want to accomplish? And Gary used these 5 questions to manage his life. At that time, he was 40 years old, and he decided to take a break for a year because after working for 20 years, he never took a break. In that year, what did he do? He found his religious. He was a Singaporean, so he worked abroad and kind of drifted away from his family members. So he spent more time with his family and become more intimacy. He loves sports, so he attended marathons all around the world, and he loves be a volunteer. So he went to Jordan to become a volunteer there. And because his experience with me, he found like a coach. The coaching is so great. So he took classes to become a professional coach himself. After a whole year, he really had his time of his life. So he had to decide whether he wants to go back to his work. And he said, Min, I asked the wrong question. I was thinking, how can I balance work and life? But actually, what I should ask is, how can I integrate the work and life? So he decided to go back to work. 2 years later, Gary died unexpectedly. He was only 42 years old. His colleagues told me how he lived in the past 2 years. So he inspired everybody, from no running at all to attending marathons, and he urged all the colleges to do some public welfare. He not only paid for that, and he also encouraged everybody to take part in that public welfare. So I found Gary was totally made it. He integrated work and life. Gary, thank you for inspiring me. Gary really inspired me. He made me think what I'm doing is meaningful. And I firmly believe the coaching job is so important. So the coaches can help other people have a wonderful life. So I think reflectively. Do I live my own life? What is my strengths? What is inspire me? What is my unfinished dream? So 2 years ago, I founded the Happier Lab and trained a group of coaches in the aim of we ask more people to have much more people to have their own wonderful life. Yes, we can live a comfortable life, but there's another possibility is we can have a blooming life. I'm ready. Are you? 好啊，这个很容易啊，很容易啊。虽然刚才后面稍微拖了一下，但是没有这个也还是比较容易，也很短啊。那今天这个比较轻松。我发现我这个你们这个比较短，我就多说2句，因为有些人可能是会看的，但是我相信真正看到后面的，我每天发的这个可能看这个浏览量有几千几万，但是真正看到后面的，我猜也就那么几个人吧，对吧？你如果看到的话呢，你就走运，对吧？我可能会分享一点东西。结果发现我平时做这个英文的翻译成中文的这个通传呢，我有时候一看有时候可能注意，我有时候习惯戴2个耳机，有时候习惯戴1个耳机。其实我的状态是我想通过我的练习以后我可以不戴耳机当然，其实你戴着耳机来做通传会比较方便一点的，因为他们其实通传它有专门的设备嘛。其实实际上你如果真牛逼，你不要设备也可以的，对吧？你这要什么设备，我就直接听直接讲这个可能是就是我努力的方向的我曾经也尝试过，但如果对方语速太快的话，很可能就是会够呛，因为你有的时候你听到的你嘴巴讲，你有时候会把你你的自己的声音把你听到的掩盖过去的。那我现在感觉我听中文，因为中文比较容易听懂嘛，对吧？其实你还好。其实我要听英文，我可能就是戴1个耳机还差不多，但我不戴耳机可能就不行也就是说，这个中翻英、英翻中有些人可能会认为这个中翻英会更难。实际上我也觉得最起码一开始我觉得这个中翻英会更难一点，因为很多人说，哎呀，我这个英文都不会讲的，我怎么翻译呢？那当然是了。你想要做通传或者是做这方面的这个工作的话，你肯定是首先中英文基础得好的，这是废话了。你如果好了之后呢，实际上差不多并不是说哪一个更难，哪一个更容易的，因为你听英文，你主要的障碍实际上是你听懂，因为你的中文表达应该没什么问题嘛，对不对？因为我们母语是中文，所以呢，你只要能听懂，你翻译的话应该就问题不大。你如果是中翻英的话，你首先你听应该没什么问题，所以你就是嘴巴讲嘴巴讲的话，你只要是，其实你并不需要用很复杂的句式，我们口译不是笔译对吧？这个不需要搞复杂的单词、复杂的句式，你就讲就得了呗，对吧？你就听到啥你就讲了。所以其实这个同传这个事情大部分吹说那个都不知道有多难当然确实不是那么容易，但实际上你只要天天坚持这东西也没什么难度。最根本的决定因素还是看你的英文水平应该这样讲，其实还是看英文水平，因为中文水平已经对于我们母语人士来说，其实中文水平也有很大的也有高低之分的，但是就从口语程度上说应该没什么太大问题。主要其实就是看英文水平，英文水平越好通常就越简单越轻松 啊。你如果水平不好的话，你即使可以做，你也会觉得更加的很费力。所以吧，大家就是多练习吧。还有啊，你通过像这种中翻英的，可以极大的提高你的口语，好吧？其实我觉得这就是提高你口语最好的方法啊，因为口语嘛，你大部分人你不可能整天找个老外陪你聊，对吧？即使找个老外陪你聊，你聊什么呢？对不对？但是我这种做，你看着听着中文，对吧？或者是你看着中文，你讲英文，你有内容啊，对不对？你不用担心我说什么的问题啊，只用担心我怎么说的问题，能理解吧？啊，所以的话，这就是最好的口语的方法啊。大家如果是就怎么说呢？啊，有很多人啊，我这个课我本来是觉得我这个同传群啊，我是觉得非常好，但是呢，报的人数不是特别多，当然有可能说由于价格稍微高一点，对吧？但是可能有很多人是误解说，哇，同传好牛逼，对吧？我水平我还是菜鸟，我哪好意思参加呢？这个大家要搞清楚。那你对吧？难道有这么个好机会？难道你还不参加吗？对吧？就我经常打个比方说，如果现在那个 NBA 球队，我喜欢打篮球的，如果有一支 NBA 球队邀请我去陪着他们训练，难道我还说，哎呀，我跟不上，我不想去训练吗？对吧？我非要在我们那个小区那个篮球队里面先打一打嘛，对不对？你肯定是一开始就用比较好高水准的这个资料或者参加高水准的课程吧，这样的话你提升会更快啊。这个就这样吧，并不是打广告啊。